election update from Daryl here. I don't know what he wants to say, but I'll let him get on with it.
Hi guys, right. I had some news this morning from a brilliant source called Charlie Ward. I'll put the link below, or I'll get Elliot to splice a bit of the video in, probably. That'll be easier, but I'll put the link, I'll get Elliot to put the link to subscribe to Charlie Ward's website, because he's been taken off YouTube due to censorship, which should tell you everything you need to know about that. Anyway, with the election, because lots of people are trying to work out what's going on, quick update for everybody that's trying to work out what's been going on with the election. Basically, Donald Trump has been, and a certain letter of the alphabet, shall I say the 17th letter of the alphabet, has been putting information and dropping bombs about water. Watch the flow of water. What they were unaware of, as I was unaware of when I was sort of trying to decode that message, it meant that there was a watermark within the ballot papers, a secret watermark that's been verified and been put in to the ballot papers to create fair play. So what Trump and his team have said is basically, with a watermark on there, no one can question. It's just like a banknote, serial number, and it's got true identity. No one can question me doing this, because if Biden legitimately wins, these ballot papers have watermarks and they're traceable. And what they've discovered is that the deep state didn't know about that, because they kept it under wraps, because they didn't have to disclose it. All they were doing was trying to promote honesty and a fair election. So with the deep state doing what they do best, by fraud, deception and deceit, and trying to take away people's rights, decided to use fraudulent papers. They've been caught red-handed in the biggest election sting ever in the history of the modern day. And this will unfold, and people will find that Donald Trump and his team will expose this. And the beauty of this is that it's on a world platform, it's on the world stage. So whereas before you'd hear small little things that only hit the American media, what's happened with the deep state running the media and running the show, basically what's happened now is that they've gone about it by purporting that Donald Trump won't leave the White House because he's thrown his toys out of his pram because he couldn't cope with the result, which anything couldn't be further from the truth. They've noticed fraud and they're exposing it. So watch this space, do your own research, don't take what I'm saying as gospel, but have a look at it for yourselves, because there's definitely been, from what I can see, and anybody that you know can use a calculator, there's been some fraud going on. Okay, so that's just an update for all our audience, and God bless all our American people that have put their votes out there and they want to know who their president is legitimately, whichever way they voted, whichever side, they should have a right to be able to have seen the result by now. So God bless America, God bless President Trump, and God bless everyone for watching.
Right. And the only thing we had wrong in that report, Sean, it's worse than we thought. I've been in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania the last 3 days. I want you to think about this. Over 100,000 provisional ballots, record number in the state of Pennsylvania, allowing votes to be counted after the election, contrary to state law, contrary, as Mark Levin pointed out, to the U.S. Constitution, allowing those votes to come in after Election Day, to not be separated as was required, and the basis of Judge Alito's decision tonight. Cured ballots, issue number 4. Cured ballots, remedy ballots. Some counties allowed people to correct their ballot. Some counties did not. That is a direct contradiction to what happened in Bush v. Gore back in 2000, and directly on point. And finally, the 5th issue is the transparency issue that you brought up, Sean. You're allowed to be in there and to see, but they were keeping Dave Bossie and other people out of going in and looking at what was going on with the counting of the election. So this is the first time in American history where you have a party systematically set out to win an election after the election. And that's what they're doing, and it has to be stopped. It has to be stopped, just like Mark Levin said.
Your thoughts about this software glitch and how much of an effect it might have broadly across the state?
It's one of the things that we've been looking at as part of our review. So there are about 36 other municipalities and counties in the Midwest that use this software. So we're interviewing each of those county clerks tonight to see if any other anomalies. We're also comparing the 2020 election results to 2016, which is how this first glitch was found, to see if any states look to be inverted or wrong, any counties look to be inverted and wrong. And so, but the fact that it got corrected is good. The fact that it got caught and corrected through these reviews that we and others are doing is a good thing. And also, I think a good thing, the Justice Department and the FBI aren't talking. That was James Comey's FBI that liked to leak. But they are speaking loudly with actions. Mm-hmm. There are multiple investigations going on in the FBI and the Justice Department looking at voter fraud. You just mentioned one, the Las Vegas one. I can confirm for you from both local officials and FBI and Justice Department officials that in Michigan, a whistleblower, a City of Detroit election worker, has come forward to claim that she and other workers were asked to backdate ballots that had come in beyond the deadline. This is a very active investigation, and it's a sign that, while there's not a lot of press releases and talking going on, actionable things that are coming into the FBI and Justice Department are being turned around very quickly as this election nears its end.
So I'm in downtown Detroit at the TCF Center, which is in the heart of Detroit, in the heart of the D. And I had a couple of people reach out to me and say, could you do another Facebook Live and explain where you're at and why you're here? You can see behind me, that giant room behind me is where they are contesting ballots. So something that's very interesting that happened here in Detroit is, I just talked to a guy that's been here all night. They were ready to shut down the precinct. They had counted all the ballots. Everything was good. Everything went smoothly. And then it was at about 4 a.m. that 3 vehicles arrived. A van, a Chrysler 300, and a Ferrari with 130,000 plus ballots. He said he was astonished as they started counting the ballots. He was astonished that every single ballot, like literally 100% of that 130,000 ballots were all Biden ballots that hadn't been delivered to the precinct before the cutoff time for this precinct. So obviously there's, that's just a big irregularity, something that points to large-scale voter fraud, and it literally is being contested by the President of the United States in a lawsuit right now for the state of Michigan. We literally have people that watched it happen. I talked to people that are here. They're like, what? 130,000 ballots that haven't been verified, that are just being taken in.